we gotta talk. Your attention is out of control, and I'm helping you fix that. Yo, Jordan here, helping you craft an epic life. Have you ever looked back at your day and realized you haven't made any progress towards your goals? Nothing you planned for the day happened the way you thought it will. Instead, you just did nothing? If you hate this happening as much as I do, then this video is for you. So, how do you stop this from happening? How to stop feeling like you never have enough time? How to achieve everything you set your sights on? All tough questions, but by the end of this video you'll be able to answer all of them. Let's get started with your attention first. You need to treat your attention like a flashlight. If the flashlight is pointing in one direction, it can't be pointing in the other direction. Try counting down from 100 by threes. 197, 94, 91, 88, 85. Now try counting upwards on your fingertips, but alternating hands. Finally, try doing both things at the same time. 197, 94, 91, 88, 85, 82. You probably found out the same thing that I did. You need more time to count down by 3 if you're counting down in this weird way on your hands at the same time. You don't need that much extra time, but that little bit matters. So, why do tasks take more time if you're doing a few of them at once? That's because you have to shift your attention from one task to another and then back to the first. But why does this happen? I'm glad you asked! This happens because of something called attentional residue. And the best way for me to explain how that works is by using an example. Imagine a cold room. You go in there and you want to get warm, so you turn on the AC. But it takes a few minutes for the room to warm up. Then if you want to make the room cold again, you need to turn on the AC, adjust the settings, and wait again. Your focus works in the very same way. You need a few minutes to fully focus on something. Whatever else you decide to move your attention to in that span of time, your mind is going to need a few minutes to catch on. Imagine the old thing as the hot air and the new thing as the cold air. They take some time to switch places, and that takes a while. As a more practical example, whenever you check your notifications and then try to get back to work, your mind needs a few minutes to reset from those notifications and get to actual work. So what does that mean for you? It means that the way to get more done and the way that you can avoid this dreadful feeling of, oh, I haven't done anything, is by single tasking, by just doing one thing. If half of your room was filled with cold air and the other half was filled with hot air, it would take you twice as long for you to stop shaking from the cold. So how do you resolve that? You enter a warm room and you stop shaking from the cold very quickly. The same happens with your work. If you watch a YouTube video while working instead of just working, your work is going to take more time. By focusing on just one thing, by putting all of your attention on just that single thing, you ensure that this thing is going to get done in the best possible way. The deeper you focus, the better work you do. And that sounds easy. To do better work, focus more deeply, right? And actually, yeah, the answer is as simple as that. The more you focus, the bigger part of your brain gets engaged, and the more and more attention you pay to that thing, and the better work you do. And you actually do that same work faster. You'll find that things that previously took you days now take you just hours. You'll be amazed at how effective that is. Simple as it might sound. So, how do you focus deeply on something? It sounds simple, you just pay attention to that one thing. In fact, it's not much more than that. But I realize that although simple, this might be challenging, so I'm going to give you a few ideas on how to make the process easier. First, be mindful of your attention. Whenever you find yourself focusing on the wrong thing, gently bring it back. It's very similar to meditation. The more you do that, the more you'll be able to keep your attention before it runs away. Second, reduce the amount of distractions around you. Find a calm location, play some music that helps you focus, and turn off your phone or just put it somewhere away. The fewer things that can steer your attention, the better. By the way, I just released 2 new albums of lo-fi music that can help you focus. If that's your thing, you can find the links below. Finally, the best part. Come on, camera. You can focus me. Yes, good job. Very good. Good job, camera. Good job. You're amazing. Thank you for supporting me in this hard time. Finally, deep focus leads to the best part of all that. And that's flow. So what is flow? Being in flow is being in the zone, forgetting about the world around you and just doing the thing that you started doing with 1000% of your attention. You're fully immersed, nothing around you matters, and your work flows like a river. Pun intended. At the end, you stand proudly at what you just created, and you don't even realize that you've been working for hours. Sounds amazing, right? So, how do you get there? I've heard many stories about athletes doing majestic things while they're in the zone. And there is one thing in common between all of them. They're all hyper-focused on their craft. The way to get into the zone, the way to get into flow, is by focusing on one single thing. So, why don't you go chase that fleeting feeling of joy? Pick a task, get rid of distractions, and focus on it as if it is the last thing you'll do. Now, before we go, why don't you give this video a thumbs up, write a comment explaining how do you focus, and join the Discord if you want to talk more. Oh, by the way, I also wanted to tell you about